Once upon a time there lived a boy. He lived in an apartment. In the neighboring apartment lived a lonely old lady, and this old lady neighbor died one day, and the boy had a dream at night, as if he was in a school lesson, as if there was a dictation, and the teacher was reading a text. Under no circumstances should you look at the coffin. Under no circumstances should you look at the coffin. Under no circumstances should you look at the coffin. When the boy woke up, he decided that, just in case, he would not look out the window during the funeral. When the funeral began and a funeral march began to play under the windows, the boy lay down on the couch and decided not to get up until the funeral was over, and so he did. Soon the funeral procession left. The boy lay down for a while, then got up. In the evening he watched TV. There they said that today there was a funeral of an honored artist named such and such. They showed their house, they showed people with black mourning armbands, they showed a coffin. The boy's heart almost jumped out of his chest from fear. He never expected that they could show this coffin on TV, which you can't look at. The next night he dreamed of a dictation again. The teacher read the text. The old woman with a cheerful hand broke the first board out of the coffin. The second night he dreamed of a dictation again. The old woman joyfully and cheerfully broke the second board out of the coffin. The third night again, the cheerful old woman tensed up a little and broke the third board out of the coffin, and so it went on for 6 more nights. The last dream had the following text: singing a song, the old woman broke the 9th and last board out of the coffin. The joyful old woman climbed out of the grave and is walking towards your house. The old woman is walking towards your entrance. The old woman went up to your floor. The old woman confidently opened the door of the neighboring apartment. Then the boy finally woke up in horror. He put his ear to the wall that was shared with the neighboring apartment and began to listen. At first there were no sounds, then he made out some footsteps, then some strange sounds. It was as if the neighbor had actually returned, that she was walking around her apartment and singing some cheerful song. Then the sounds died down, and then, like a bolt from the blue, the doorbell rang in the boy's apartment. The boy's legs buckled from fear and he fell to the floor. Then he gathered his strength and shouted, "Mom, Dad, they're calling," but neither Mom nor Dad was visible. The boy went to their room, but his parents were not there. They were nowhere in the apartment, and the doorbell kept ringing. At night, the bell seemed so deafening and disgusting. The boy went up to the door and asked in a whisper, "Who's there?" There was only silence in response. Then there was a very loud knock on the door, so strong that one of the door's planks bounced off. From somewhere above, as if from the ceiling, the teacher's voice came. With a confident hand, the old woman broke the first board out of the door. Then there was a second knock, and again a voice. The old woman, blinded by wild rage, cheerfully and casually broke the second board out of the door. The boy realized that soon the old woman would break the entire door, enter the apartment and kill him. He began to think about what old women dislike more than anything else in the world. The answer immediately came to mind: loud modern music. The boy quickly turned on his favorite band on the computer, set the volume to maximum. 5 minutes passed, 10, half an hour, no one broke into the apartment. The boy then opened the front door. There, behind the door, lay the blackened corpse of his neighbor. This corpse had its hands over its ears, and its face was distorted by a spasm of suffering.